Welcome back to Chiefs fans. Before we were cool, my brother's Wonders podcast. How's your wandering or wondering?
I've been wondering while I've been wandering.
Okay, so before we jump into anything about Chiefs related wonderings, do you have any other wonders or wonderings going on?
In my life not related to the Chiefs. Anything else
Correct.
I've been wondering about?
Correct.
Um, I've been wondering how we're almost halfway through the NFL season. That's maybe a little too close to Chiefs related.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, that's been it goes by fast, man. Sometimes I think I get so invested in the game that like stressed about the game that I enjoy the game, enjoy the football season while it's here. I get like all uptight about who's winning and who's losing, and
Hmm.
especially with other games, I should just care a lot less.
Yeah, it's it doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, but I've been wondering where the stress has been. The Chiefs, after last season with all the
Mhm.
one score games and all the drama and stuff, this year is just we're just cruising, man. Like the games have not been super stressful. I mean, I guess we've lost three of them.
Yeah, I
The
was gonna say
Jaguars game was pretty rough.
it's funny feeling that way when we have a considerably worse record this year. But I definitely understand and relate to what you're saying, and I feel honestly, I think I feel better about this team than I did about last year's team, uh, even though they're winning more games.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's a better team, I think. So, Wasso also wonders things.
Oh, does
And
he?
Wasso wonders, do you think if the Chiefs win it all this year, that Kelsey retires?
I think there's a good chance he retires either way, if I'm being honest. Um, I kind of do. I mean, I feel like at one point, somebody mentioned him thinking I'm going to retire and someone convinced him not to, kind of thing, which of course could happen again. But um, I don't know. Obviously, he's been down a little bit. I could see it going either way. I won't, I guess I wouldn't at all be surprised if he retires. I think if I was him, I'd retire.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot. I think both he and his brother have a sense that they want to live life, that life is not just football as much as they love football. Um,
Yeah.
so it seems like it would make sense for him to retire after this year. Uh, but yeah, I don't know that the winning the Super Bowl changes it. I mean, if you had
Yeah.
another experience that was kind of as frustrating as last year, maybe, maybe Super Bowl makes it easy, feels good. But I think it has more to do with just life. It's kind of like I remember when LeBron James moved to LA Lakers, and I kind of like, and myself included, and then others were kind of like, "Why are you doing that? Like, they're not good, and it's not like the best place for you, whatever, whatever." But then I realized, like, I'm fairly confident it had a lot to do with just life situation. Like, he just wanted to live, you know, in LA.
Yeah.
And so, like, I
It
think,
makes
I,
sense.
I
So,
think, I think sometimes we forget how much life plays a role in these things. Kelsey makes way more money from endorsements, and he'll find ways to make way more money in other ways.
oh yeah,
He
he doesn't
doesn't
need the
need,
money
he doesn't need, especially if he marries
if he
Taylor
gets married.
Swift, then, they'll
Yeah.
probably have stuff that separates their money or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm
You
sure.
just
I would assume you'd assume they'd have prenup of some kind. I mean,
prenup stuff, but
just with how
yeah,
much she's worth, it's ridiculous how much she's worth. It's
yeah,
wild.
insane. So anyway, I think it has a lot to do with I think it has a lot more to do with football. I think we think that way, but we're also
Hmm.
not playing football and getting tackled and beat up by
Yeah.
really strong younger people all the time. And
I mean, if they wins, do you say, well, do you go for, five Super Bowls in a row? Like, or like, or it's this same thing as when you're playing video games and you can't end on a win. We just won. Come on, let's go. Let's play another one. Let's see if we can keep getting wins.
Double or
And
nothing.
then yeah, and then you lose. Well, you can't end on a loss. You got to play one more. And it's kind of wild and where we're at that that goal is the Super Bowl, and we see them in it over and over and over again. So we'll see how this year goes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you never know kind of what's happening with your team and kind of hard like, Jason Kelsey quits and the next year his team wins it all,
Right?
after and, like nobody would have guessed that, but just how it goes. It's cool that the Chiefs are consistently really good. Uh, so you like uh so you like that the Chiefs go for it on fourth down now that Hunt seems to be a killer on short yardage. I think it's do you like. I should have got that.
That was an accusation. He was accusing us of liking it.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
a strong
you,
accusation.
I mean, I'm a little more go for it on fourth down than you are, I think. But yeah, I think we're getting a little bit. I mean, a lot of times the analytics, not the analytics are everything, do a lot of times support those fourth down decisions. So I don't know if Andy Reid's trying to do that more, or I wouldn't be that surprised if it comes down to the Chiefs came into this year with we're getting back to our heavy offense mentality. And so they just came into the year like our offense is gonna roll and we're gonna rely on our offense. And so um, yeah,
Actually, I kind of maybe more with the question wording. I think it has a whole lot more to do with than either of those things, with the fact that Hunt has been super effective on fourth down. Our team has been so bad in short yardage situations for really feels like a few years now, even with as great as our offense is. It's like we would rather be sixth and third, like third and sixth yards than third and one because we're just like we're gonna fumble it or we're gonna misplay it. Really
yeah,
since we don't, Tyreek was our cheat code for that. And since he's been gone, I don't think we've been very good. I would have to look at the numbers, how many years or how bad, but I know that's been a struggle we've had throughout the years at different times. And so I think a lot of it has to do with Kareem Hunt. Like, the funny thing, they better than the tush push. Like his statistics are better than the tush push at converting these short yardage situations. So he just has great
for now.
vision. We have a great O line and Andy Reid's great at scheming. So I'm just happy to have a method for that, and I think it's just more the functionality of if you have a good go-to option, an automatic button for those kinds of things, then of course you're going to go for it because if you convert it 90% of the time or 80 plus percent of the time, it's definitely worth it. But when we're at
Yeah,
the situation where we're converting it maybe half the time, if not less, that's not good. Our
yeah,
our fourth, our short third and short plays were not very good.
yeah, yeah. That makes sense as well. You might be might be all of it. Um, who knows? Who knows
Yeah,
the mind
we'll see. We'll go talk to Andy
of
Reid.
Andy Reid? Yeah, we need to
Call
get
him
him
up.
on the podcast.
You got some wonders, Mr. Reid.
Yeah. Do you have some
Okay.
brother wonders?
You got some brother wonders for your brothers. Um, what? My brothers. We're long lost brothers.
Can't you
We
tell
also
the
love
resemblance?
cheeseburgers. We'll like shave, have just mustaches.
Yes.
Good old
Oh,
mustaches growing up.
that would be fun sometime just to show up on the podcast with just mustaches.
We'll dress up like Andy
Our
Reid. Here we go.
our three fans would love it.
Our three fans would love it. They're worth it. They deserve it.
They are worth
Um,
it.
what um, what position would you like to see the Chiefs pursue before the deadline? So any trades? I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but any trades that you would look for?
I know that people have talked about a more explosive running back. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I think that a lot of times, like I mentioned previously, that comes down to offensive line, and we've got people on our offensive line that are better at pass blocking than run blocking. That's something that we've prioritized, and so, um, but getting a better running back obviously does make a difference. It's a question of how much you give up for it. Um, I guess depending on Trey Smith's injury, if they're worried about that long term, then we should probably pursue something for our line. I think he was limited participation this week, so hopefully it's not that bad. But back injuries are a little scary. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Just I feel like our receiver room is solid. Uh, maybe a defensive edge rusher. I think that you brought that up before. I think would be maybe one of the most helpful things, an edge rusher.
Yeah.
What
Well,
what
we
do you
did.
think?
Uh, I mean, I think the Chiefs were anticipating you because we did sign a veteran, a familiar face, Mike Pennell.
Yeah,
Um, so we did that this week. So I think that helps. Having another defensive tackle would be smart, especially with their injury. Um, oh man, I'm blanking on the name now. Injury to our Gelati, Ashton Gelati, and I didn't mix up our two defensive players, did I? That we drew. Anyway,
so
good, good stuff. I'm
and
pretty.
we had that rookie defensive tackle that got injured.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't remember if it's Ashton Gelati that got injured or the other one we played earlier. Uh, oh, Orman, yeah, Norman Lott was the one that got injured.
yeah,
Silly
yeah.
me.
I was like,
Gelati's fine. Sorry, Gelati. Um,
if you watch our podcast, for
yeah,
one, please comment because that would be awesome. And for two, we're sorry that we are
yeah,
not very good at our jobs.
we'll get it
That's not
figured
really
out.
our jobs.
Not really a job. We won't quit the day jobs for this. But
Absolutely not.
yeah, so Norman Lott with the injury um is so anyway, defensive tackle might be good. I kind of mentioned this last time we talked about this, but I'll say it again that I think running back actually might be a value in the market. I think having a good running back might end up being worth it. The problem is like what pick do you get because you're also losing the pick. So if you
Yeah,
get a running back that's valuable, I would say re-sign him, keep playing him, right? Like you have a good thing. But trading for a running back is a different. So if you sign it or re-signing them, that's different.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, if you're paying them whatever the highest paid running backs are getting paid right now, I might look that up, but that's fine. That's probably a good value in terms of position. It's just kind of like how having Travis Kelce was a super big value for so many years because he was a tight end and got paid like a tight end, even though he was in the top tier. So um, I just think like when you have an elite running back for half the price of elite wide receiver, or even a like a pretty good wide receiver, like that value, I think, yeah, it kind of makes a difference.
yeah. That's fair.
So,
That's fair. Like you said, though, those elite ones, there's only a few of them in the league, and people don't let go of them.
right. Jonathan
I
Taylor, like, I mean, he looked washed, and then now this year he's going nuts,
Yeah,
right? Like, it's worth it. It's worth it to keep him around, even if you can't use him, perfectly yet, or you know, anyway. So Saquon last year, Derrick Henry, like everybody devalued them, and then they kind of showed, hey, actually, they are a value. So if you can get Breece Hall, great. Not don't give up more than maybe a fourth for him, but I don't think it gets it done. So I don't think he's going to move.
yeah,
But that would be, I think personally would be worth it. It's hard though, right? When you're playing Jalen Moore 15 million as a backup you just that's the money that could have gone to him, you know?
And I don't feel like I understand NFL trades at all. Seems like sometimes there's just so much given up, and sometimes there's nothing given up. And I understand a lot of it probably comes down to how much you have to pay the person, and if it's a 1 year rental versus a contract, and all that. But I give up. I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
anything's
you
worth.
get a bunch of placement players that are sixth and a bunch of other ones in first. I mean, I think it's kind of similar to fantasy. Like the studs are so much more valuable than even two good players usually.
Hmm.
Um, you can get a sense of it that way. Um, so it's like, oh, I'll trade you this guy that is just like all the other guys you get on waivers. Like you can imagine just a huge waiver of a bunch of like replacement level players. Like,
Right.
and that's what it is. All the really good players are on teams. So because you got 32 teams picking people up. Anyway, I digress. Not a fantasy football podcast.
Nope.
So um, yeah, I um, how did you feel about this game
Um, if you would have asked me after the first quarter, I would say not great.
or the
Even the
first
first,
half?
really the first half, but the first quarter mostly. After that, our offense started clicking, but I mean, the first half was 7-7. It was just those first two interception drives and um, were obviously brutal. And what did you, I mean, obviously the one interception was not his fault. It was not Mahomes' fault at all. It was off of Kelsey's hands. But um, yeah, what were you thinking during that first part with the interceptions?
I mean, I thought obviously the Lattimore one was bad. Like even seeing it thrown, you're kind of like a little risky, you know. I don't know. Didn't love it watching it in real time, and then it's like, oh, he got it. Like I didn't expect the guy to get it, Lattimore to catch it.
Yeah,
But like I
Lattimore's
was
a good
like,
player.
yeah, Lattimore, yeah, maybe in the wrong scheme fit. Who knows? Um,
That's kind of what I think is seems like he doesn't fit well in their scheme for whatever reason. Because he's had,
yeah.
I mean, years and years of success, and
Hmm.
then he
You
gets
trade
traded
for
and
him.
he doesn't. And I just think it's a scheme thing. But that's
That kind of makes me think of like mid-season trades. They just rarely pan out. Like I don't know why people it's so rare for them to actually work. I
yeah,
kind of am okay if we don't do anything, but we'll see. We'll see how the
yeah.
Chiefs go.
But it's also hard because you say, well, they don't really work out, but yet one one play, right, can switch a game in the playoffs, and then it's worth it. So it's
Yeah,
hard
I mean,
to,
I guess I that's part of why I say like the low level moves are probably the way to go. You know, you get a role player that hits some snaps for you or something, gives you
yeah.
some depth, so you don't get into real trouble.
I think
Um,
maybe, I think maybe just, yeah, bringing in some depth pieces is probably, honestly, NFL, I feel like more than almost like any other sport is a depth
yeah,
sport. You
yeah,
know, just having another guy to put in after this guy gets injured because no one's going to be healthy all year.
yeah. It's a
Uh,
big deal. So
but yeah,
anyway,
after that, after those first two interceptions, uh, we scored four straight touchdowns. So that was good. One before the half. I guess there was in between there. There was that half where we didn't get any points because we ran out of time. Um, but the before the half, that touchdown, and then we had three touchdowns in a row after the half, and it was it was good. Our defense shut him down. It was a backup quarterback, so you can give all the little asterisks you want, but still held him to 0 points in the whole second half. And it's a Washington offense that has been struggling this year, but has been putting up some points. Like they haven't
yeah.
been washed. Their defense is what's been struggling more than their offense, just like last year. but their offense just hasn't been as good as last year, it seems.
Yeah, I
So,
think Cliff Kingsbury, had a great game plan. I mean, honestly, we could have been down 21-7, right? Like those two fourth down conversions they didn't get,
and that
you know.
interception,
What?
and that interception was fluky that we
Yeah, the
got the
interception was
first drive,
fluky. Yeah, I mean, but
or
I feel
just
like that was a wash because the Travis Kelce
was
interception was
also
kind of fluky.
fluky. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, like they were moving the ball. It looked pretty good, and then Spagnuolo figured out what they were doing, and he said, "You don't get to do that anymore." And they were like, "Oh, well, that was a great idea.
Good plan.
Good plan, I
Sometimes you
guess."
need the guys. Missing Daniels is tough.
It's rough. You know, I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes down, so
Oh yeah.
let's keep let's keep
I
rolling with
mean,
him. And
and hopefully he doesn't run into too many hits because that's part of the way Daniels
yeah,
plays.
yeah. So, uh, yeah, it's a tricky thing. I mean, as much as you love Minshew's mustache, I don't want to see him in the game. So, uh, I want to see Mr. Mahomes slinging it.
We're
Uh,
I've talked about big fan of points per drive as a stat, and we're second in points per drive right now. So that's pretty fun.
there you go.
Uh,
Points per drive, and just
mhm.
everything. It's been good. Yeah. So, just because I brought it up before, I wanted to follow up. The highest paid running backs are paid 20 million a year.
Yeah.
And that's Saquon and Christian McCaffrey, and then it drops down to like 15 million a year for some of these other players. So anyway, the big ones, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, even Kamara, Josh Jacobs, James Cook, Kyron Williams, those are all now suddenly at like 10 million. Aaron Jones getting paid 10 million a year. That's kind of crazy to me. Like he had a good year last
Yeah.
year, I guess. But anyway, like
Depends on
that's what
what
I'm saying.
year.
Like in terms of like running backs values that you
Hmm.
can, yeah, like I said, a lot less. Um, you get Breece Hall in, and if you can pay him 15 million a year, I'd be happy with that. But I'm not the GM. I don't control that. So yeah,
Yeah.
backing back to the Commanders game. Yeah, I mean, you play who's in front of you, and we beat the backup quarterback. It was a pretty big blowout. The defense is pretty good this year,
Hmm.
with the exception of up front. Like we've talked about the defensive tackle, Mr. Pinnell. I hope comes in and helps kind of make up. Mike Dana was not doing very well this year. Um, he's doing okay, but I mean.
He's the one who got the interception though this week, didn't he? Was that Dana?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, but yeah, again, the little fluky one, but you got to catch it, you got to get it.
Yeah,
So good
I
job
agree.
getting it.
Yeah, that's rough. I think this is solid. I think we're for the first time like in Mahomes we're at least top 10 in both offense and defense. I think we're top five and then top like six or something. I think we're like three and then six or something
Yeah,
in overall offense and overall defense.
you think it's an MVP season?
A
Holmes
lot of
got it.
season left. A lot of seasons left. If it ends today, then uh, Daniel Jones deserves it, but it's not going to end today.
Not something
That's what I think
anybody
is
ever thought they would ever say for the
right.
last like 5 years.
No joke. I see people complaining about. I've seen some people complaining about why in the world are people not saying that Daniels is a clear should be the clear favorite for the MVP and this and that. And it's like you just don't understand how this works. Like they're not saying based off of today how it's going to work. They're saying Mahomes has played historically better, and we trust that he's going to play better throughout the end of the year.
with
And
his weapons.
there's a
Hmm.
chance that Daniel Jones won't. Like that's all it is. They're basing it off of past
Yeah.
expectations.
Yeah, he might
Um,
turn into a pumpkin at some point.
you never
He
know.
still makes some bad throws, but it is a good offense. It is humming. Jonathan Taylor is
Oh yeah,
the engine that drives that car, though. So I think again, is that fair to suggest Daniel Jones has been playing really well, but like I think it has more to do with Taylor dominating. Because when you got a running back that explosive, that scary, it makes things easier. It's kind of like you're like, oh, Jalen Hurts outdueled Mahomes. No, we Saquon, if anybody like
they put a lot of
he
extra resources to stop him.
stopped Saquon. We didn't want to lose to Saquon, and so we did it. And Jalen Hurts hit some throws, but they were all single coverage with two
Yeah,
elite receivers. And his guys came out on top. He made some really good throws. Good for him, right?
yeah,
But it's not the same thing. It's just not the coverages you are facing is not the same. The level of play you have to be is not the same. Um, and so, yeah, Mahomes has been coming back. He's MVP caliber. We'll see if he gets it. I think it's been long enough that there's not as much voter fatigue that I think people would be more open to giving it to him again. And also, the offense looks super good, so that always helps.
and well, hopefully that'll continue this next week. And then 2 weeks after that, so 2.5 weeks, we play Mr. Indiana Jones.
Mr. Indiana Jones. But yeah, you started referencing the Buffalo game, so maybe we should jump to that. I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say. Commanders, the
Just skip the
O-line's been
Buffalo.
good without Josh Simmons. Jalen Moore's been great, worth the 15 million investment.
Hmm.
He's been paying some dividends on that. Caliendo played great. Like Suma Ta'ia has been doing good too. Creed Humphreys obviously is one of the best centers in football.
Hmm.
And we haven't seen a lot from Juwan Taylor. I think he had one hold, but it was totally defensible because Mahomes was scrambling, and it's just you're going to get called. Like even the best tackles will get called or hold
Hmm.
at certain points because you just don't know where your quarterback is. Like,
Yeah, it
it's
gets
just
a little more
hard.
desperate.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, it's like the quarterback holds it for a long time, and then they move, and then you're like suddenly out of position.
right. It's not, yeah, you're not between them and the quarterback. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so I think all that is pretty good. But let's talk about Mr. Allen and the Buffalo Bills. They looked really, really good against the Panthers. I mean, that was again a backup, so we're both kind of
A
similar,
backup and the Panthers. So that's
and
a
it's the
couple
Panthers.
asterisks.
So, yeah, but so both teams coming in similar kind of thing,
Hmm.
dropped some games they shouldn't have, but are looking pretty good for the majority of the season.
Yeah,
Who do you got winning this game?
um so like I think the Chiefs should win this game. And that's I feel like I've been fairly pretty fair as far as like when I thought that the Lions were going to win. I thought that it's funny because the people I've thought that were going to win haven't won. Like I thought that the Ravens were going to win. I thought that the Lions were going to win, beat us, and they did. So I'm just bad at this apparently. Um,
Yeah, the Chiefs
but
just yeah.
I do feel like we're 1.5 point favorites. We're little baby favorites in this one. But
Oh,
it is in
really?
Buffalo. We're favored in this by 1.5 points,
Hmm.
I think. Um, and and in Buffalo. So I mean we would be favored by more if it's Kansas City. They I saw somewhere or heard something. I think Buffalo has the so far has the easiest or like the win percentage of everyone that they've played or beaten is the easiest. So they have a lot of they have a pretty good, they have very similar, I think, statistics as us as far as like their defense is top 10 and their offense is top 10 or top 5 or whatever. Um, but I think that they've had a little bit of an easier road to get there um, than we have. So, but who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, and I mean, you could talk about schedules and stuff. I think whenever you have an elite quarterback like Josh Allen, I think it makes it pretty close to coin flip, you know? Like I think it's always going to
Yeah,
be good. I think we have an edge because I think our coaching staff is better. It's hard to know how good, you know, Sean, or whatever, how good they are in terms of certain things, but we'll see. Chiefs always play up to their competition. So
right.
we're gonna play up to this probably, and it's gonna be a real shootout game. I think I mean I think we're gonna win. I think we've come into form. Having Rashee Rice is a big game changer in terms of like how do you defend it. I think traditionally the Bills have done a lot of zone defense, and I think Rashee Rice and Kelsey were gonna tear that up if they do that.
Last year, I
And
think they played a lot more man.
oh, that they flipped it. Yeah, I couldn't remember if they had made that adjustment, but
That
last
you
year we
have to
also
have
didn't
the.
have we just didn't have the players last year.
Hmm.
So like, I mean, I think we can play against man too. So either way, I think they're going to be in trouble. Um, so I think our offense is going to put up a lot of points. I think our defense will frustrate them. I think Allen will get a few drives. I just think we come out ahead by maybe a touchdown or something. Um,
Buffalo has been a very running driven team this year.
yeah,
Um, very run heavy um, type of offense, and basically just having uh, Allen throw when he needs to, which they don't have the receiver depth. They don't have a lot of good receivers right now, so it makes sense. You have a really good running back and a really good offensive line. They've had a very good offensive line for several years,
yeah,
and they're able to run it. And if you're able to run it, then yeah, it makes sense. And then just have Allen throw it when you need to in bits and pieces here and there. And so that's worked out well for him. So I think shutting down James Cook's going to be honestly maybe the biggest key in this game if we can contain him.
yeah. He's a crafty one. He's a sneaky, sneaky guy. So we'll see if we can stop him. It's a little different than stopping Derrick Henry. It's a little different than, maybe not Saquon, but that Philly offense is not, offensive line has not been super great. Only been good against the Giants, which have been a terrible run defense. Um, the I, yeah, I think that is the play. Stop their run-driven team, have a spy on Josh Allen, and blanket their things. Our cornerbacks have been amazing this year. Very happy with Trent McDuffie, happy with Jalen Watson, Noel Williams when he's gotten in. Everybody's playing like really tight coverage, and so as long as we can find a way to get to Josh Allen, like I think that might be hard if
Hmm.
Josh Allen extends plays and does what he does, and stop James Cook, as you said. I think we'll be in good shape to win. But I think we can do that, right? Like we're good enough to do that. And if Trent McDuffie follows Khalil Shakir, he's the only receiver I think that's, in my opinion, good, above average, whatever. Then
Yeah.
that would be a good matchup for Trent McDuffie, and he could display some of his all-pro skills at following players out of the slot.
Um, the other reason why I feel like we often lose to Buffalo in the regular season, feel maybe a little more confident that we'd win this time is we're in more of a need to win situation than we usually are.
Mhm.
Like, not that it's a must win or we're going to be in big trouble if we don't win. Just obviously we're down a few games, and if we want to win our division, I mean we're already down a game. If we lost this one, then we're down and the Broncos win, which I think they're playing Houston, so there's a chance they might not. But if we lose and they win, they're up two games. I mean, it gets you know
Yeah.
they can get away in a hurry, and then when we have to play them, uh, that might end up being a big game here in a couple weeks or next week after this week.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a bye week, and then we play them anyway. However that works.
Yep.
Um, we Um, yeah, so I think that the Chiefs are going to be more willing to pull out tricks, or Mahomes is going to be more willing to run things like that because we just need to win. It's a little bit more like a playoff game than we have been in other times we faced them.
Mm. Yeah, I would agree. It's uh it's a good it's very important that we win, you know, 3 losses already. We want to push for that. We don't want to make the Denver games must win because I think it's very possible,
Yeah.
especially with Denver at home, we could drop one of those games. Um, it's interesting. The Chargers have looked really good. So
Hmm.
I think going into Buffalo, we're gonna go ahead and try to jump through a flaming table
There you go.
and
I can't believe that
make some noise.
nobody's brought up the Chiefs like Native American, and then it's the Buffalo. So like really when you think about it, we are designed to beat Buffalo. Buffalo has been our source of food for a long time.
That's right. That's right. It's true. Source of food. I just started thinking of the guy on a buffalo. That's what I've been thinking about. Um, but it's gonna be a good game. Super fun. Should be the highlight of the week. You know, this is one of those games you
Oh
feel
yeah,
like, oh, like if they could flex that into the evening,
yeah. I don't know why they
especially if
didn't.
Jaden Daniels doesn't show up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's such a good
I
game. But
I'm sure there's a lot that goes into that. No, we whatever organization has it, it was like I don't want to lose that game.
yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot that it's more
oh
complicated
sure.
than just flexing whoever you want into whoever,
Yeah.
willy-nilly. But it does feel like it's a missed opportunity to have this. But at least it's not at noon, right? At least
Yep.
it's afternoon. And honestly, the afternoon games are the best for me. I'm glad it's not flexed in because it's a lot easier for my friends who all have kids to be able to all get together on a Sunday afternoon to watch the game than it is trying to keep your kids up late.
All right. Well, we're gonna ride into Buffalo and hopefully um, get some Buffalo burgers.
Spear them.
So, all right. All right. Well, until next time, how about
Chiefs!